Oh yeah, I'm an atheist. But I was born that way, by the way. Uh, I don't understand what you're saying. We don't think like that. Don't you get it? We don't think about a God or about any of that. That's just it. You just don't get that. You can't seem to come to grips with the fact that we don't believe there's a God because there isn't none. And that we don't have, rules and tenets. You don't have to be a certain thing to be an atheist. It's a decision that you make on your own anyway. It's all it is a label that you all gave us. You call me anything you want. I just don't believe that there's any kind of a creator or something out there that's focused on my measly little legless life. It just doesn't make sense. And you think it's more rational to believe that there's a magic superhero in the sky than to just understand science if you want to know what's going to happen when you die or whatever. I don't know what your reason is. Science and atheism aren't there to answer those questions. That's not what it's about. Science answers scientific questions. Do you get that? And a lot of times it coincides with religious questions because religions give these outlandish, ideals. They hand out these outlandish rules and things. And your poop, for instance, comes out in Africa and tells them that condoms cause AIDS and things like that. See, it's ridiculous. And yet you all think that's more rational than to believe in yourself and understand that you're the one that does what you do and that you have to take responsibility for everything you do. Yeah, it's your responsibility, not a God's or a devil's. And just because you question evolution, that doesn't make you an atheist. There's atheists, I bet, that question evolution, and that's only because they're stupid. They just don't get it. It's not that tough. It's not that difficult. You can watch it right now, as a matter of fact, with fruit flies. Sure, go to your nearest biologist. Or how about go to that other guy that said he got an A in biology, so he knows all about evolution. And you guys, you pick on evolution as if that's our standard bearer or something. You know you make a complete fool out of yourself wearing that little hoodie, trying to look all thug and shit. You're just a little kid that doesn't understand what he's talking about. But you sound intelligent. So why don't you actually read Leviticus and Deuteronomy? I mean, don't you believe that that Bible was written, but, as a pure, real representation of the Word of God? Isn't that supposedly what it is? And you believe it? If you do, read it. Otherwise, you're just ridiculous. Just as ridiculous as Venom Fang and all those other creepy guys. And the God Smashed dude and all that with his unintelligent banter. Atheistism. What is atheistism? Can you tell me that? You people, you realize, don't you, that according to studies done by not Christian, Harvard and William and Mary, the oldest Catholic institution in the country, did a study about this in Connecticut. And I hate to tell you, but people who know more about the Bible itself than any other group are atheists. Isn't that funny? I wonder why. Maybe it's because we read. We actually read. Because we want to know. We read so that we can understand the information. We read so that we can get into the detail of it. How it was written. Why? Who? But no, you just want to believe. Go ahead. You believe it. Go ahead. You can't just kidnap the word believe or faith. I mean, I can use those words if I want to. I have faith that if I turn this little knob over here, this lamp is going to go on. I have faith in that. I do. I believe it. It hasn't happened yet. I see. I'll be darned. You might be right. Oh, you're not. Not at all. Flick the switch just like I thought. Works. Faith. I believed it. Isn't that funny? No, there's no criteria to be an atheist. You gave me that label. I just don't believe in your myths and your superheroes. You don't need them. They're unnecessary, for crying out loud. It's like getting your dick cut off. That circumcision shit. Unnecessary completely. So, you want answers? You got them. And, from where I come from, you were, well, I don't know what that pwn thing, pwn deal is. It's some new computer thing these guys made up. But you've been pwned. Good night.